Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. We were having some technical issues before the show. If you know, you know, as the kids would say. With Jason Shearer, Ben One White, I am merely Mike Luke. We got a lot to get to this show. Arizona look like poo. And guess what? We have an Illinois fan in here as well. Hey, Illinois fan, buzz off. You can have Kylan Boswell as your shooting guard. Boo. And we got our normal people in here. You know what I love about Arizona fans, guys, is there's always a couple people that will always be in here only when Arizona loses. And we see them in the comments as well. But anyways, Arizona loses to Iowa State, guys. Iowa State is a better team than Arizona. I hate to break it to people. Iowa State is just better than Arizona. And it just is what it is. We're going to get to it. Arizona's got a lot of flaws, but if these teams were to play 10 times, I feel confident in saying that Iowa State would probably win 8 of those. What say you guys?
Yeah, I never expected it. Like, I might seem calm or whatever. I never expected Arizona to win this game. The second that Caleb Love shot went in at McHale, I knew exactly what was going to happen tonight. Iowa State is really good. They're healthy. They're playing at home. They're honoring dudes. The place is sold out. They're been waiting 2 days to get in. The biggest thing, and I said this the other day on the show, is they had to withstand the first 10 minutes. Right. Like that was going to decide the game because they were going to come out guns blazing, and they did it. Arizona just didn't, and that was the ball game. That was that.
Ben One White.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to beat any team, right? When Iowa State was shooting the way they were from 3, and again, I mean, these Arizona teams, they just don't do well playing behind. And you saw that early in the first half. Iowa State got up to double-digit lead, and there wasn't really much you could do. I thought from, a matchup standpoint, it was different. Like Shear said, Iowa State was healthy, but it was going to be one of those games where Arizona's guards just needed to shoot lights out. They needed to get to the free throw line more. They did towards the end of the second half there. Granted, that didn't really matter at that point, but yeah, just a lot of issues for the team. And you're lucky that you got it, within 17. I thought Arizona at one point could lose by 25 to 30 points. They just played very poorly all around.
Yeah, there's a lot of annoying things about it. By the way, we got to give a big shout out here to everybody that came out there to the AZ12 watch party. It was a very, very nice show, and you all made me look a lot better than I should have. By the way, I got to meet Wilbur's Big Burner. I was very excited about that. We gave him a mug. Wilbur, you are an amazing person, and we very much thank you for your contributions to society and life. Now, let's talk a little bit about things about this Arizona team that annoy me. Obviously wasn't the issue, but Sheer, I'm going to give you something here. KJ Lewis is really starting to annoy me. Listen, I know he's probably going to tweet at me or whatever, boo, whatever. He just does, like I said, I like KJ Lewis, but man, he does some of the dumbest things on the basketball court that you will ever see. He ends up, again, whether it was a foul or not, I don't care. He has to, I bet you he more than doubles the nation in fouling 3-point shooter. No, I would seriously.
No, I'm laughing, and then I thought to myself, "There's got to be someone has to keep track."
No way. I'll even go a step further. I'll bet you he has more fouling of 3-point shooters than 95% of Division I teams.
I'll go one step further. You ready for this stat? Someone posted it. He's got more fouled 3-point shooters than made threes on the season.
No, I saw that was Red Wines that posted that, so that's why I didn't give him any credit. But
someone posted on the board, so I wasn't sure.
Okay, but either way, this is ridiculous. And then Cody James Martin made a very good point too. I love after he commits the second foul, he looks at Tommy and says, "Don't take me out of the game. I'm good." And then he proceeds to immediately foul the guy. What are you doing, dude?
And fouls it before the ball's even inbounded. Look, I know you give me crap.
You hate KJ. It's fine. You can admit it. We all have players we hate.
I'm not a fan of his. First of all, the thing that bothers me is his body language is trash.
It is.
I mean, it's just awful. And I wish Tommy would address it. It's just, it's just bad. Like, he's another kid that never fouls or never makes the wrong play.
We just have to love on KJ. What do you think?
I hate it. And then he continues. I'm very consistent, Mike. My favorite types of players are the ones that do things that they're good at and just keep doing those things over and over again. KJ has to realize you are not a good 3-point shooter. Don't shoot them. You went to the free throw line 8 times today. You were 3 of 9 from the field. So what should you be doing? Driving it to the basket because they're fouling you. And he just doesn't do what he does well on a consistent basis. And then he makes the turnovers that he makes are just insane. His defense has regressed the last few weeks. But the thing is, like, Arizona needs him. Like, they're clearly better when he plays well, so it's tough.
All right, real quick. No, Javier. Mike Luke, Lloyd is soft. He isn't like Nate Oates. You know what I mean? Nate Oates, the guy who has a player bring a gun to somebody who murders
Nate Oates is
them.
not soft. That's not
Yeah,
soft.
yeah, exactly. Nate Oates is a turd, dude. No thanks. I'm good
Not
on that
soft,
one.
though.
He's not soft, but guess what? If you bring a gun to if somebody says, "Hey, I need my burner to shoot somebody," and he brings the burner and shoots somebody, and then he says, "Well, wrong place, wrong time." Just got
That's just hard edge, dude.
Just buzz off with that one, Javier. All right, Ben One White, what say you?
Look, it's a reoccurring theme for KJ, and you know what you're going to get. You know what the good is going to be. You know what the bad is going to be. But tonight was just a whole other level. I mean, what are you doing? Look, Shearer, I know, said, where was the foul when he fouled that three-point shooter? I get all that, but don't put yourself in that position, man.
Yeah.
There are just so many dumb things that he does game in and game out that puts this team in bad spots. Fouled out there at the end of the game, but I think he had 3 at the end of the first half. And considering this is a team that doesn't have a lot of depth up front and you've got some challenges, you just have to play smarter. And, we can sit here and hype on it all day and say, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? But kind of is who he is at this point, and Arizona has to live with it. Shear said it exactly right. They need him too much. And as a result, he's going to stay on the court. He's going to do some really dumb things, but at the same time, he's going to put you in some positions where, you're struggling offensively, and he's going to pick up the slack and score. I think it goes back to the fact that, you have your challenges down low, and then you also just don't know what you're getting from your guards sometimes. I mean, Bradley at 18, but I thought for the most part, he didn't have a very good game. Caleb Love was awful from the field shooting. So again, I think you have to factor all of that into the equation and understand, okay, that's why he's out there as much as he is. But to your guys' point, it doesn't change the fact that there's just a lot of head-scratching things.
All right, now we got a couple very important super snaps here. Bring up the Jeremiah Dibble super snap first. I want to talk about this. Jeremiah, you are, first of all, you are one of my favorite people in the world. You are amazing. Blocked by Rich Carrillo. Good. Rich Carrillo sucks. Rich Carrillo has been fighting his identity his entire life. That's why he had to leave to California. Good job with that. Fighting with Chief, another dullard. Very good work, Jeremiah Dibble. We appreciate you. Continue the good work. Very good job. Now, the great Andre Veras. Why can't Dilly hunt shots like Milan does? How does Tommy, an offensive coach, not draw plays for ADO? I agree. I need ADO to shoot. If ADO's out there, I need him to shoot balls or shoot whatever it is. I don't know.
Well,
if that's the right term.
ADO, the problem is, Mike, Milan isn't just a complete negative in every other. Like, he can guard a little bit. He's big. He rebounds.
That's not what I'm talking. That's not what he's. I agree with you, but that's what he's referring to.
I actually agree. The issue is that Tommy doesn't feel he could keep him on the court long enough, and he wants him to hunt shots. But ADO tonight went 11 minutes with no shot attempts. Run a double screen for him and let him shoot the damn ball. And maybe Iowa State defended him really well. I don't know, but 11 minutes without a shot.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. By the way, Jeremiah Dibble, you are the man. I cannot thank you enough for what you did. Rich Carrillo loser. All right, now, so we talked about KJ Lewis. Let's talk about some other things. We always get beat up by not being hard on Caleb Love. Caleb sucked. Listen, when it comes down to this, I like Caleb Love. I understand I'm going to be beaten up for all of this. I get all of this. Caleb Love, if in big games, Ben One White, if Caleb Love doesn't show up, Arizona does not have a very good chance of winning the game, and he's got to be able to show up. I do like this team. Take that, sports geek dweeb. Yeah, mess with the paw, you get the glove. Dude, you know how many times I said that at the watch party today? Dude, it was nonstop. But Ben One White, like, listen, I mean, that's why he's being paid the way he is. He was an All-American last year. He's got to bring it. And if he doesn't play well, then Arizona in these situations probably not going to win.
Yeah, and you can say as much as you want about how, he's gotten better getting to the line and he's become a better defender. Still, bottom line here is this is one of the worst shooting teams in the country. I mean, they just do not shoot the ball well, and I think it starts and ends with him. And tonight he was just disengaged. I mean, he only got to the line, 4 times? And there were just times where you wondered if he was even on the court, kind of flashes to what we saw earlier in the year. But yeah, if he's giving you what he does today, Arizona's losing in the second round of the tournament. A game like this, you're losing in the round of 32 if he plays that way. It just comes down to that.
Yes. Let's see. All right. Now, Andre Veras, the great Andre Veras. We like Andre Veras. I haven't seen the freshman and sophomore jump by KJ this year. That's for sure. He's been the most disappointing player this season. Even no. He's not been more disappointing.
Yes, he is. But I'll tell you why.
Why?
Expectations create disappointment. Besides what you thought Trey Townsend would be, you thought KJ, and we all thought, I'll buy into it too. We thought KJ would be better than this. He's improved.
I agree, but KJ's had a lot of really good games. Trey Townsend has been awful every single game.
Obviously, Andre's like, he's not saying KJ is not better than Trey. He's saying overall, when you compare expectations to reality, KJ is not even close to expectation. Trey had 4 steals tonight. Just want to point that out, Mike.
Did he have 4 steals?
Yeah, Trey had 4 steals.
You know what's amazing about what Trey did out there, though, is that Arizona's up like 7-2 or 7-4. Trey immediately comes in, gives up a rebound, a putback, comes down, misses a layup, and like immediately it was, and I will say Tommy got him out of there within like a minute. So I will say that. But man, I mean, he was impactful very quickly. I got to give Trey.
I have an even better stat. There's only 2 players on the entire team with a positive plus-minus tonight. Who are they?
Trey Townsend.
Yep, that's one.
Really?
Who's +1. And who's the other one?
What else you got?
Conrad Martinez.
You're damn right, Ben. +6, baby.
You got it, dude. Oh gosh, is it time to put in Conrad? Literally never again. Yes, KJ's body language.
He's actually fine, but yeah.
What?
I thought Conrad was fine.
Yeah, no, I actually was okay with that. Okay, let's get the. We got to get to some reads. We got to pay some. Hold on, let's see here. What are the reads here? Hold on. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Now we got, all right, let's get the Green Valley Decorative Rock Star of the game. Welcome to Rock. Who's the Green Valley Decorative Rock Star of the game? I got to go with the foreigner from Wisconsin. He was the he was the best. He was the player that changed everything immediately for Iowa State in that game, and Arizona chose not to guard him, period.
Sorry, I was typing of someone. Start of the game, very easily. Milan.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's a question, right?
Right.
The only other one would be Lipsy. You know what? What's funny, Mike? If I would have told you that Keyshawn Gilbert would have 6 points and 7 turnovers, you would have told me Arizona won this game.
Yeah.
Right. I would agree with that. Ben?
The star is MM. I'm going to call him MM. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I can really say. And on top of that, he was getting wide open threes. Wide open threes. That was what was annoying about the entire thing. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say about it. It was very annoying. Chewing on all those rocks might lead into dental work. Cletus. Wasn't Cletus the name of the guy in like the Nutty Professor? Where he says, "You want your colon cleansed? Watch, I'm going to clean mine," and then he farts. No, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't want Boswell on the team. I don't know.
What? Illinois tomorrow at 12:45, baby.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, either way, the rooting guide will come back with hate tomorrow. All right. Also, let's get into. So anyway, that's the star of the game for it. And again, I'm going to come back to this again. Iowa State is a better basketball team. That is a. I don't know what else to say. It's a better basketball team. Period. Point blank, and it's better across the board.
How much better?
I think I think if Arizona were to play Iowa State 10 times on a neutral court, they'd win 8, or Iowa State would win 8 of those games.
Here's the question I always come back to. Can Iowa State win the national title?
Right.
Do you think? I
think they can. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they
can.
You think
Arizona can win the national title?
No.
Okay. By the way, Shelby, my wife over here, sitting 4 feet from me, just sent us a super snap, Mike.
Oh, a super snap! I'm sorry, I didn't see the super snap. I was talking about.
She's literally flipping me off right now.
Somebody was asking me who this Dax Trujillo guy is, and I gladly told him. Yeah. Oh, on a positive note, huge props to Arizona baseball. Shear is still all out on Chip Hale. Whatever.
Big game tomorrow night on the MLB network, I believe. It's actually nationally televised.
Wait a second, is it the MMLB network?
MLB network.
Yes, AZ softball,
it's not the WLB.
AZ Gymnastics and AZ Swimming all winning today in the last 24 hours. Ben, you've been all over those.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, all right. Yes, for Shelby, we very much appreciate the donation. Now getting back to Arizona a little bit though. Listen, if your big men don't come to play, and also I want to complain about the officiating here for a second as well.
No,
This isn't that bad. No, I know. I agree. It wasn't that bad, but it's still the same thing, and it was consistent both ways. There's so many plays where you allow the guys to just basically hit each other and act like tight ends out there. And then you call little things. I don't understand it. It had nothing to do with this game. Nothing to do with this game. And it was both ways. I just don't get it. It makes no sense to me. There's no consistency. It bothers me a great deal.
If anything, I thought there were too many fouls today. I mean, Arizona went to the line 27 times and Iowa State 23 times, and there were 42 fouls. It's like, I don't know. It's just inconsistent. That's the word. Like, it's just, I thought tonight was fine, but very, very rarely do I sit back and go, man, like this was a really well-reffed game. You see Tony Padilla today, what he tried to pull?
Right. No, what did he do?
He changed a call at the end of the game where Hunter Dickinson clearly double dribbled, and he said he accidentally blew his whistle and gave the ball to Kansas, and Texas Tech fans lost their mind. And it was late in the game, too.
By the way, can we make fun of Greg Hansen's article for a second here about
Did you read it?
Yeah, I did read it. I'll let you have this one, but then I'll chime in. Ben White, did you see this article?
I did not, but enlighten me.
It's great.
I'll paraphrase. So basically, he said because of the F the Mormons chant, which we all agree was bad, Arizona will never be in a tournament game in Salt Lake again. Keep in mind the next tournament game in Salt Lake is 2028. But still, right? He said Tony Padilla will literally never ref an Arizona game ever again.
I don't think anybody cares.
Right. And it's bad because Tony Padilla is such a good ref. And then he told the story about Lute complaining about a ref that was good, and the ref was never able to come back to McHale because Lute complained about him and basically took a shot at Lute too.
Yeah, you know what's funny?
You have the trifecta, baby.
Lute hated Greg Hansen, and with good reason. Greg Hansen's another putz. Yes, exactly. I think Greg. Yeah,
a good word. I use it all the time.
But if I can instill one thing on this new generation of people, putz is one that I would love. Door jam is another one I love using.
I like schmuck. Do you ever use schmuck?
Yeah, schmuck is a little too Yiddish for me. I prefer the. Yes,
there's like a mild like sense of like positive in schmuck. I feel like putz is like you're an idiot.
Yeah. Putz is more. I think in a weird way, putz is more condescending in a weird way. I don't know why. Schmuck is either way. Oh, got a $1.99 super snap from Kobe L. Thiel. This game gave me depression. Yeah, well, at least we got to be depressed together, my friend. We will see you next week as well. Yeah, so that's fine not having Tony Padilla in there. Also, let's talk a little bit, though, about this team's overall IQ. I know you got to be careful in this day and age because everyone's like, it's code word. It's code word. No, it's not code word for anything. This is just not a smart basketball team.
No.
It's just not. Oh, Jeremiah Dibble. What? Putts, $4.99. Oh, by the way, I got your stickers, buddy. Also, Andre Veras, bigger putts, Hansen or Goodman?
That's a good question.
Well, being that Goodman tried to destroy me when I was in the radio business, that loser. Hey, just so people don't know, because I don't want to talk about this game too much, because it really annoys me. So here's what happened. LaVar Ball comes on, and Benwin White was all in on this one, as was Jason Shear.
Thanks to the efforts of Shear and White getting LaVar Ball on the radio.
Shear won White. So Shear won White were the ones. So they get LaVar L. Ball on the show, and he comes on there and he says, my son will only play for the Los Angeles Lakers. Literally says it. That's the quote. We have the audio. Literally says that. So I tweeted out and goes viral. And at that point, I had like 1,000 followers or something. And I got so many quote retweets that I had to shut my phone off because it kept dying. Like I've never had anything like that. It went, it had like 1,000+ retweets. It was crazy. So anyways, Jeff Goodman was living with the Ball family at that point. Seriously, he was living with them. And LaVar Ball says, I never said that. And then so Goodman puts out a tweet and says, oh, yeah, LaVar Ball told me he never said that. So I send the audio to Jeff Goodman where he literally says just that, of course. And then Jeff Goodman puts out there, he says, LaVar Ball's words were taken out of context by a small radio station in Tucson. This is not what he really meant. And he doubled down on it. Jeff Goodman sucks. Period. That's all. That's what I'm going to say.
He's
Jeff
nice
Goodman.
to me. He's nice to me. Like me.
No, he does. He's made fun of you a lot. I've seen him make fun of you where he's like, "Sheer, put your pom poms down." Yes. But either way, Goodman, Hansen. All right. That made me feel better about myself. Okay. So, anyways, let's get back to this game though. $4.99 Super Snap, by the way.
Then he lost his foot. Yes, he did.
Yeah, it's just not a smart basketball. Dude, I gave him the paw. They messed with the paw, and they damn right they got the glove. But it's just not a smart basketball team. I don't know what else to say. Like, they just do stupid things. I like that they play hard generally, but it's just not a smart basketball team across the board. It's just not a lot. There's just not a lot of intelligence. I don't know what else to say. What do you guys think?
No, and this is the time of year where you start paying for that because the games get tighter. Obviously next week we'll see where they are in the tournament. They're going to have that bye in the Big 12, and I'm not sure how impactful that is. You're probably looking at a 4 seed at this point. I don't think it can get any worse unless you somehow lose these next 2 games. I don't think that'll happen, but yeah, I mean, turning over the ball, and just the amount of fouls, and I get that the officiating is kind of hard to follow because, you know, 1 minute it could be called tight, the next minute they're not going to call anything. And maybe that's why Arizona had a tough time tonight getting to the line. Maybe they were hesitant because they felt like there were just going to be fouls, and you had somebody like KJ in foul trouble and some of the other guys up front. But yeah, like, this isn't a smart team. They do stupid things, and that margin for error is, you know, gonna be a challenge this time of year. But that's kind of where we're at.
The biggest issue a lot of times I have with Arizona is their biggest opponent is themselves, right? Like today, they cut it to 11, right? You're like, oh crap, like they're probably not going to win, but let's make this game. And I think Caleb turned it over like right away, and then Iowa State scored, and then they fouled and like missed a shot, and then they fouled, and then before you know it, Iowa State has 4 more points, and it's like, I'm completely serious when I'll put out there, like, if Arizona holds this team 3 times. Not Iowa State, but like 3 times without turning the ball over on offense, they're going to get up 10 points real quick. Like, Arizona is a bad turnover away every game from putting the other team out of commission. You know what I mean? Like, it's just whenever they need to pull away, it's like, oh, bad turnover, foul, boom, back in the game.
I don't get this. I don't get Javier. Now, again, Javier obviously hates Arizona and Tommy Lloyd. I don't get this one. Bring this back up.
What do you say now?
Sorry, I'm offending the Democrat Lloyd fans. Huh? I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't get it. We don't talk politics on this show. That's you, Javier. Javier. Hey, are we sure this isn't Javier Amos?
Son of a gun. Javier Amos plays tomorrow.
It is. I do. We know who you are now, buddy. We know who you are. We know who you are. You're in Wisconsin there. Yeah, loser. Okay. Now, Ben, you think this team's smart. Why do you think that?
I just told you why they're not for a minute. It's like you don't listen to anything we say.
Ben, yes. You said that this team is the smartest team you've ever seen. Why is that?
Right. Okay. Now, I will say this. I like Lyle. Lyle's a good dude, but I will say this. Lyle is indicative of some of the Arizona fans that crack me up. Lyle is generally always in here when when Arizona loses. I like Lyle, but it's that's always been something that's kind of cracked me up a little bit. But he's going after Javier right now, so we give Lyle a free pass on that. So
you guys are around other fan bases. Is Arizona unique in that it's one extreme or the other? Like, there's no, like, I consider myself to be pretty in between. Cody, we know Cody's not in between. The world's ending every game. We get texts from Cody. Is that just fandom? Like, maybe you guys can answer this, because I feel like Arizona fans are either fire Lloyd or we're fine. We're
I
good.
think there's 20% of Arizona fans that no matter what happens, always want the person fired. That they always think that they can get the best. I think it's about 15 to 20%, something like that. Something like that. Javier is from Venezuela and eats cats. That's funny. But I think it's about 15% of people that like. Let me ask you this: how many people are like red wines out there that they only emerge when Arizona is not playing well?
There's so many people that just can't be happy at fans, and that's not an Arizona fan thing. Like, it's just like,
you know what I'm going to give Arizona fans. So I'm going to give Arizona fans a lot of credit, though. Let's see, is Mike Luke's hat on his head or his head crooked? No, my head is crooked. I actually am missing.
There's
probably
an accident. Yeah, we were.
Yeah, I am actually missing 60% of the top of my head. So
it brought that up.
Yeah, I know. They're like it was a terrible accident, and basically my head collapsed, and there's very little left.
Mike, I have a StatCast on right now for Grand Canyon because I'm keeping track of our boy. He's killing right now.
What's Duke Brennan doing?
18 and 12.
Gosh, he's so good. All right, everybody hit subscribe, by the way. Okay. Now let's move a little bit about, so you want us to be happy losers. No, I just want you to be happy when Arizona wins, though, Lyle. That's all.
There's just an in-between, Lyle. Like, you don't have to be happy losers. No one's happy, but I don't know. College basketball is very different than college football for me. Because at the end of Arizona lost tonight, and in 3 days, they have to turn around and play ASU, and then 3 days after that, turn around and go to Kansas. And then they got the Big 12 tour. I don't put a lot of value in one-game losses. There's no correlation to me unless you're a bad team or a good team. And like tonight, I never had any belief that Arizona was winning this game. None. And I think it's strange, to be blunt, that anyone would think that Arizona was winning this game.
Now, let me see.
We know one person.
Yeah, John Brogan. Let's see here. Bridge Tech Communications. Bring that back up. By the way, Bridge Tech Communications, we are very excited. We have some very good news about Bridge Tech Communications that we will be sharing soon. But how many games can Arizona have shooting 4 for 24, refuse to hedge on pick and rolls, and give up 10 to 15 wide open threes and have at least 5 head scratch? Dude, that
sums it up.
That was, dude, that is the best comment in this entire chat. I don't know what else to say. That's it. Cody, can you actually screenshot this, or somebody screenshot this? This is why we lose the game. You're 4 for 22 and refuse to hedge the pick and rolls. Our pal John Brogan, who was really taking it difficult tonight. He looked really bad. He said that he liked Arizona to win easy. But he says, but Brogan even said this too. He's like, at some point, never hedging the pick and rolls, along with having players that aren't very smart, is a recipe for total disaster, and that's what it continues to happen.
Yeah, I don't like the pick and roll defense. I've never liked it. I don't care hedge or whatever. Just blitz someone, do something, change something with the threes. And BYU people complain about that, but Arizona absolutely tried everything. This game, I'm not sure it tried everything, but you can also make the argument. When you look at Iowa State, right? They were in the first half, Mike, from 3. They were 9 of 13. In the second half, they were 2 for 8. Was it cold shooting, or did they just return back to earth? Was it defense? It's hard to say, but clearly something worked in the second half that wasn't working in the first.
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, the game wouldn't have been as tight as it was. And granted, it wasn't really tight, but like Arizona would have lost by 20 plus points if that adjustment didn't occur. So I don't know. I mean, I think in stretches earlier in the year, you kind of thought, is Arizona even trying to defend the 3? Tonight, I think they made some adjustments and it did get better. But even when Iowa State wasn't hitting threes, I just thought even from the start of the game, they were doing whatever they wanted, even towards the basket. I mean, they were getting to the line, they were getting some calls, and they just look bigger at times. And I think that goes back to some of the limitations you have, with the front court that Arizona has. And it just was tough all around. I think they matched it better across the board. I think that was really what it comes down to. And you got to give them credit, because I think Shear said it earlier, right? Gilbert didn't have a great game. He came back from injury, but those other 4 guys, man, they had the clear advantage over every position on the court.
All right, hey, Cody, bring up the Pest. Bring up the signature Pest solutions. We can talk about the Pest of the game and about how. Hey, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna reverse Pest this. How about this? I'm gonna go with KJ Lewis was the pest of the game for Arizona, and that he was that he was doing a lot of destructive things for Arizona. Yes, there's your signature pest solution, pest of the game, KJ Lewis, the reversed pest of the game. Also, signature pest solutions. These guys are amazing. Get in there right now. Benwin White, you were telling me the other day that you have termites in your bed. Got to get rid of those, or termites in your bed.
Termites in your bed.
Yeah,
Gosh, I hope not.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, bed bugs in your bed, and you have like termites in your like the ceiling or whatever. Either way, signature pest solutions. Get in there. My pest of the game is KJ Lewis, the reverse pest. How about that?
Mine is Trey Townsend, Mike. 4 steals.
When did these occur, by the way?
I think he had 4 of them on one possession. 4 steals, Mike. Led the game in steals. Trey Townsend, put some respect on his name. Defensive stopper. Trey Townsend.
Yes, Benwin White, what say you?
Trey Townsend, let's back it. I'm going all in.
All right, yeah. So you got
Trey
Townsend
because I don't get the chance to say nice things about him too often. So let's use this opportunity, Mike.
All right, yeah, all right, exactly. Okay, well, either way, you guys are going Trey Townsend. I am going KJ Lewis for totally different reasons here. Okay, does Mike sleep with wood? Yeah, you better watch yourself right there. Okay, Javier, let me ask you this. Javier, I need you to be honest.
By the way, Javier, to answer his question, no, North Carolina is not changing their head coach this year. Okay, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, how old are you, Javier? I mean that seriously. I'm not going to say that in a condescending way, because what I generally find is that when I get people like this that want to get rid of Tommy Lloyd, it's one of two things. It's people like red wines that drink a lot and they're getting upset, and it is what it is, or they're people that are Benwin White's age that have no idea what Lute Olson was through. Now, a lot of these people, had they been through Lute Olson, where he was lost 3 first-round games in 4 years as a 2 seed, a 3 seed, and a 4 seed, probably would have wanted to get rid of him. Guess what? Lute Olson was a good coach. Probably don't want to get rid of him. So again, I'm just with people like Javier. I'm generally curious as to what their age is. I am guessing. How old do we think Javier is? I'm going to say Javier is
28.
I'm going to say 26.
What's okay. How old are you? We're not making fun of you. It's a legit.
We're not making fun of you. It's you're like, Benwin White. How old do you think he is?
24.
Ben's like, I want no part of this. Yeah.
Type it in, Javier. Type it in. How old are you?
Yeah, type it in, Javier. Don't lie and say you're like 58 or something, dude, because we're not buying that.
He's gonna be like 24. 93. He's like, I'm
yeah. Jeremiah Dibble is
23.
Oh, he's 23. Yes.
All right. Good job,
yes.
Man. Yeah, it's not an insult. It's just I think that, and like I'm older. And even though I didn't follow Arizona as long as you do, there were still bad years, Mike. Right?
Yes, exactly.
It's like with football, with people have high expectations. It's like, do you know what Arizona football is? Like, This is fine. Like, this isn't. People are like, if Tommy does this next year, he's fired. No, he's not.
Yeah, no,
and college basketball is very cyclical. It's just it's. In other words, Florida was crap for years. Now they're good, right? Before they were crap. When they had like Noah and all those guys, they were awesome. Then they were crap. Now they're good again. In 5 years, they'll probably be crap again. That's just how college athletics is.
Yeah. Yes. Now let's talk about Jaden Bradley a lot. I like Jaden Bradley. Jaden Bradley's not playing well.
No.
He's not. I don't care about the 18 points.
Did he have 18 tonight?
Yeah, I think he had 18 somehow. I don't know where he scored.
Oh wow, I didn't know where he got 18 points.
Let's see. I have no clue when he got.
Let's see. That must have been a second half. Yeah, you have 14 in the second half.
Y'all rock, but let me ask you this. I think Tommy has to go back to bringing Henry off the bench. Townsend and Awaka back the A. Very much appreciate the $4.99 super snap. No.
Can't do it this late in the year.
I also can't have Trey Townsend playing actual minutes anymore.
I'm guessing this guy's argument would be Carter should start. I don't think Carter played enough.
No, he's saying tonight. Townsend and Awaka. No, he's saying Townsend and Awaka.
I missed it. No.
Right. Yeah, I know. I can't have Trey in the game. I just and that's with all due respect. Trey.
I love that. I love when you say that.
The sound effects.
I don't mean to insult you, but man, you're ugly.
Yeah. What is Arizona's identity exactly? I don't know. I don't know.
I think I know. They're not a good offensive team.
That's their identity. They're not a good offensive team.
They're a gritty team. Like I do.
Right.
I think they're gritty. I think they're capable of winning games in the tournament. It's not going to look
too.
pretty. It's not going to look pretty. This is not a
Right.
pretty team. Believe it or not, and most people probably won't believe this, in Ken Palm, and I know, people, Arizona has a top 20 offense in the country. Why? Because it's generally efficient. It looks horrible. 3-pointers, awful, but they find ways to get to the line and score and all that. When it looks bad, I think it looks really bad. When it looks good, it looks really good. It just feels like there's no in between.
All right, Papa Short, big fan of John Brogan, a huge fan of John Brogan. We see those comments right there. He wants more John Brogan. He was actually putting in the comments that he wants Sheer out. That was what he put, and he said that he wants. Was that him that was putting that in there, Ben One White?
What?
No, somebody was going after John Brogan. They were calling him John Blowhard.
Yeah, they want Brogan out.
Well, no, that was a joke. I was mocking it. But either Trey was better than Awaka. Please try to refute this.
Awaka was crap today.
Yeah, Awaka was poo. I don't know what else.
How many guys were good?
Right.
Do you think anyone played well?
No.
Carter, you could make the case shot well, but his defense was insanely bad. That's it.
Let's see here. All right, Alex. Alex says, I don't know that Tommy is the right guy. He's just the one that landed the gig. He is a super nice guy with how he talks with everyone. See, I disagree with that. And I think when you're a little bit older, you realize just how bad things can be. And this is like with Javier, too. Javier, I guarantee you, would have called for Lute Olson to be fired. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. He lost to East Tennessee State in the first round. Then guess what? He followed it up by losing to Santa Clara. Keep in mind, there was a Arizona team that was a 2 seed, one of the best teams in school history, lost in the first round of Santa Clara. Then he followed that up 2 years later by having a team that was preseason number 3 in the country, losing to Miami of Ohio. No. Not good, not good, not good. So you got to keep that in mind. Now, let's look ahead to ASU. One thing I will say is I think Arizona's going to beat the absolute snot out of ASU now.
Do we assume Adam Miller's healthy and playing?
Sure.
Yeah. Do we think Quaintance is?
No,
I think Quaintance is out for the year, right?
Yeah, I would assume that. I actually might. This is the Aris look ahead of the game, by the way. Aris Dental. Ben, you were talking before, real quick, that you needed to get teeth implants. You're a little bit long in the tooth. We have the place for you. The championship special. Lan Allen. 1997 championship special. Ben, we're going to talk about this after the show. You getting your teeth implants in there, along with other implants that they don't offer.
Oh God.
Did you hear about this? My Freudian slip.
No, I hadn't.
And I just sent you a great. You see that great comment on the side that we can't read out loud?
Well, what comment here?
I just texted it to you too.
Hold on, what is it?
Papa shot going at Brogan.
Was that the
He just did it again. No, he just put it in the side again.
Yeah, no, yeah. Wop. What were we just talking about here? ASU. No, I think Arizona's going to be. I think Arizona's going to beat the. I think Arizona's going to beat the crap out of ASU. Period.
Yeah. I think Arizona's going to annihilate ASU. I think that's one of these message games. I think it's very similar to when Caleb made that shot. Iowa State was going to kill Arizona. When Bobby Hurley said that about Caleb Love, that game was decided at that second. In fact, I'm going to go as far as to say, Mike, I don't think Bobby finishes this game. I think Arizona wins by 15, 20 points, and Bobby gets ejected.
I do too, actually. Ben One White, what say you?
I would agree with that. And I think going to Kansas will be cool. But honestly, get back to me in 3 weeks and let's have a conversation with this team. I don't think you're going to really learn much between now and mid-March.
Ben, this is great. Ben would look good with a Paul Wall grill. Ooh. Ben, if I paid for you to get a grill, would you get a grill?
Maybe.
What if it said like tight end whisperer?
I've got one. You mess with the paw, you get the grill.
With a big glove? Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Ben, Ben, if I paid for a grill, would you from Eris Dental, would you do it? I wonder if that Land, you think
Where's
Land
Land?
would,
Too bad Land's not in here. We need to text Land immediately.
For the
We
right
need to ask-
cause, I would wear it, but not permanently. No.
Is there a
are the
wrong
grills,
cause? I don't
are
understand.
grills permanent?
No. Yes,
Are they?
probably.
I think they are. That's the problem.
Yes. All right. I
You
want to
can
talk
get
about
you can get removable ones.
John Blow can. I wanted to. That's really, really good. Let's see here. I want to. Apple Crown has been acquired at the bar. Kobe Thiel, you have a good time, Kobe Thiel. We like Kobe Thiel.
Apple.
On this show.
Look at you.
Yeah.
These two guys introduced me. What is that drink you introduced me to?
Aperol Spritz.
Whiskey sours.
Oh yeah, whiskey.
I introduced you to that,
Aperol
Michael.
Spritz is terrible.
I love Aperol Spritz. You're an idiot.
I'm not an idiot. I had them in Italy. It was awful.
No, well, you didn't. You got to go to Spain.
Sure, I introduced him to those drinks.
You never introduced me to anything.
Yeah, the whiskey sours.
No, Ben was very masculine that night and ordered a whiskey sour, and I said, I'll have what he's having.
What's the new Mike Luke burner?
The one with the wiener, Mike. Sorry.
Oh, that guy. Oh, Dax Trujillo. Hello, Dax Trujillo. I'm going to have fun with that guy. You know what I don't get about burners? This guy is an anesthesiologist. And he is.
Boy, you opened up a can of worms here, Jeremiah.
This guy is an anesthesiologist. Go ask him and say, hey, is your name Dax Trujillo? And see what he says. This guy is an anesthesiologist, and he is spending his time with 3 burners going after me. And he's such a dummy that he leaves all of his stuff on there. We found out within 5 seconds who he was. I will enjoy getting him canceled because, again, those are the people that deserve to be canceled. I have no problem canceling people like that. Boo, get out of here. Okay, now. Let's talk a little bit about Tommy Lloyd. Then I'm going to say this. What do you guys think? I'm going to say that with Tommy Lloyd, this year obviously is a year where, we'll see where it goes. Oh, Land the man with the master plan is in here. Yeah, yes, he has grills. Benwin White, we're going to get you a grill.
He said we have grills. Okay, we're in. We're all in.
We are in. Okay.
I was gonna get mine from what is it? Dr. Who's Paul Wall's guy? Johnny.
I don't know, but we're going through Land the man with the master plan.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So either way, I think next year's team's actually going to be really, really good. Now you might say that well, I'm tired of hearing about next year's team, but you look at this roster, you look at who could be back next year, who they could bring in. I believe next year's team's going to be really good.
Shout out to Braden Burries for winning. He won tonight.
Yeah, we don't want him to win.
Yeah, shout out to him. Hopefully he's part of that deal. Hopefully he decides soon for all of us. I think next year's team is going to be good. I think Tommy. They got to know, right? They got to know they screwed this up in terms of not adding another guard in an evaluation with a couple guys. They got to know. I hope they know. We're going to find out. But Tommy, to me, is a guy that learns, and I'm curious.
Yeah, Tommy generally is pretty good in the offseason figuring things out.
Koa did break his hand. They won without him last night, but yeah, he broke his hand.
Yeah, okay. Now,
Mike almost broke his hand pre-show. He was working out his hand a lot and almost.
Yeah, no. Hey, should we put that video out there? That was crazy.
It's already out there, sir.
Oh, did you already put it out? Oh, hey, yikes.
Okay, well, this is our last show.
Right. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, this is his last show. Okay. But either way, I think next year's going to be pretty good. All right, it's already on the AZ12 Twitter. All right, now we got the we got the moment of the game. Let's get to the moment of the game. Who's the RJ's first at Cactus moment of the game. The watch party. It was amazing. We had a lot of people there. I would say we probably had 40 people there. Oh, look at this. Look at all these people.
Look how locked in Janet is.
Oh, look at my mom right there. My mom is like, she's not anything. Look at this young man right here. You know how many people I had come up to me and say that I was far more muscular than
you look very girthy in that shirt.
No, I do. Yeah. Man of girth. Yeah. Girth. But either way, it was amazing though. We really appreciate, everybody hopping in there. It was a great time. Thank you guys a ton.
Jeremiah, if Arizona wins the title this year, I will get an AZ12 tattoo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, so will Jeremiah Dibble.
Yeah, we'll get it together. Shear, the whole Shear family is going on. They allow kids. Were there any kids there?
Yeah. Cody James Martin and his lovely wife brought their kid.
Okay, so the whole Shear family will be there Saturday.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be that was a lot. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, you will actually be there though. You promise?
Promise. Yeah, promise. Today was my cousin's birthday. Who I know you thought I was lying, but I wasn't. So
Yeah, I'm not at
I
all
will
sure
be there.
that this is really
I will
true.
be there on
I
Saturday.
think you were nervous. So it's
You
okay.
have my word. I will be
Yes.
nervous on Saturday.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Rock. A hand should be broken considering his pre-show warm-up routine. All right. Either way, I think that I think Arizona's going to. I think Arizona's going to win by a lot. That was an awesome time though for everybody there. Very much appreciate you all. Also, we have to get the Arizona Primary Eye Care. We got to get their segment in here as well. We'll do that with the next one though. All right. Let's talk about this though, and we'll wrap it up. This team, Iowa State's better than Arizona. Period. Point blank.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think there's like a huge crater gap? No. On a neutral court, do I think Arizona could play Iowa State tight? Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Right now, if you were to ask me which team is going to go further in the tournament, I would say Iowa State.
All right, Ben White, what say you?
Yeah, I think they I think tonight was tough because the 3-point shooting just put them in such a hole. And as a result, everything else just kind of spiraled. But I think they match up maybe a little bit better than what we saw today. But yeah, they're still clearly the better team, top to bottom, 1 through 5. Maybe outside of Love when he's hitting, you'd take most of these guys in their starting lineup over Arizona all day. And that's kind of what it comes down to. I mean, there are limitations with this team. And, defensively, it was not a good night. And there were just a number of things that just did not go Arizona's way. Nothing went their way. And the problem with this team is when you don't shoot well, when you have lapses on defense, you're not going to really be able to get yourself back in any of these types of games. So that's what you have to be concerned about. And Shear says it all the time. It's going to come down to matchups. And we just have to see how Arizona is going to match up in the tournament and kind of just take it from there.
Yeah. All right. Yo, 999 Super Snap. Yeah. Sheer Hedge. Who are the 2 marquee games Arizona's trying to schedule for next season? What do you got?
I don't know. I really don't. And I promise they're pretty secretive. I know that they were trying to schedule Indiana, but it fell through. I'm not sure if that's because the coaching change or whatever. But I was told that the games will be very similar to the ones they have scheduled now.
We like that. We like that. We like that. All right.
Which is insane. But the reason being, and I don't know if I said this on the show, but I guess it's news I'm breaking because that's what we do here. They're moving to 18 games in the Big 12 next year.
Right.
So we're cutting off.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, that means that we get to play. I was going to say.
So one of the teams that Arizona plays twice is probably not getting played, which would be.
Yeah. No, we're not going to play Gonzaga. That is the. You know what? I don't understand. And I love Tommy, but that's the most low T stuff ever that I ever see. When coaches back in the day used to like to coach against people that are their friends. Now, like Tommy's like, oh, I'm friends with this guy. I don't want to coach against him. Come on, dude. Lute used to love coaching against his friends. It's fun. I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense to me at all. But yeah, who was Arizona's best win of the season? Iowa State and Texas Tech. Period. Boom. How about that?
Yeah.
Mess with the ball, get the love. Yes. Okay. All right. On that note, though, Brandon Gambino. Oh my gosh, that's another great name. Holy moly!
From the Gambino family.
Yeah, from the Gambino crime family. Oh yeah. Hey, did you know that I can name the succession of the Gambinos? So it went from Carlo Gambino to Paul Castellano to John Gotti. How was it that? I think it was Peter Gotti after that. But either way, how about that? Yeah, the Gambinos. Can you name the 5 families, Ben White? Can you name any of the families?
I cannot, but I know they were the New York mobsters, right?
The Gambinos, the Bananos. Hey, guess where Joe Bonanno was buried?
Where's that? Tucson. Ooh, that's a fun fact.
Yeah. I think he's buried on that one on like Oracle or something right there, like when you go to like 1290. And real quick, Arizona baseball, because we are a baseball school. This is so good. Arizona, Chip Hale. What a wholesome story. What a wholesome story this is turning out to be.
Yeah, tomorrow, another big game. Good weekend for Chip. Arizona's good. It's really weird that their pitching and hitting kind of didn't do well in the first one, but yeah.
Ben,
they're good.
Ben, you were with me though. That you were with me as well though. We were very big. Yeah, Genovese, Bonanno, Colombo, Gambino, and let's see, Bonanno, Genovese, Gambino, Colombo, and what's the other one? Don't tell me, don't put it in there. Hold on. This is gonna drive me up the wall. I should know this. I generally okay, hold on. I'm gonna start over again. Okay, so we got Gambino, Genovese, Colombo, Banano. Oh, and Lucchese. Duh, Tommy Lucchese. They called him Four Finger Brown. Boom. Okay. Now, either way, very much appreciate you guys. All right, Ben One White, you were the man. But we were not happy with Ben One White right now. But Ben One White, you did a very good job on the show today.
Get Ben to the first round of the tournament.
People, we got to be honest here about what Ben One White is doing to us. If Ben One White does not go to Seattle, I can't go to Seattle because I don't know what I'm doing. Ben One White does. Ben One White, I have offered to pay for Ben One White for his trip.
Money, favors, whatever it takes.
Everything. Bruce Pascoe, access, everything. And Ben One White said today, hate to break it to you, I'm not going. Ben, we need you to reconsider this.
It's not a matter of reconsidering. We can talk about it after the show.
No, we'll talk about it now.
Live on air. You must say yes.
Yeah, Ben, you'll change your opinion right at this moment.
It's not an opinion.
Ben with a power move. Hey, you guys want to hear something really funny? So, and then I'll let it go. I talked to this on the air. Ben One White, when he gets serious, is actually very, very interesting. You can see why Ben One White is a commander of men, a leader of men, a titan of industry. So Ben's talking to this guy from like Sri Lanka or something, and some guy that was supposed to be helping him with some stuff. And I'm listening to it, and I'm watching TV. This was when I was visiting Ben. And then Ben cuts this guy off, and he says, I'm sorry, man. He says, we keep going over the same stuff that I am not interested in talking about. Let's stick with what, and then like the guy like tries to talk a little bit more, and Ben says, no, you're not getting this. We are going to talk about this. It was great. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Ben, you gave me hope for your messed up generation of people. It was great.
Very masculine, Ben One White.
Yes.
Mess with the pie, you get the glove.
Ooh.
Yes. Mike taking the L. I can name all of them, then proceeds to not name all of them. Patrick Stark, be nice to me. Okay. Ben is glowing. Yes. Mike and Ben need to go to a Trump full. Yeah. Ben, you'll get a free needle kit. We will give you a free needle kit in SRS. Deal?
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Real quick. You want me to die?
I don't think we sent him.
We got to read the super snaps though, because we got like $50 in super snaps.
Also, real quick, because Shelby's yelling at me, women's basketball won as well. They beat ASU, and anytime you beat ASU in a sport, it's positive. All right, go ahead.
Unless it was Arizona in the Territorial Cup with the Sumlin last year, where we were definitely rooting for ASU in that game. We were.
What do you mean Shelby's still hurt? Shelby's hurt? Did you injure yourself?
I never said anything about Shelby.
No, someone on the side said Shelby's hurt.
Oh,
emotionally, physically.
All right. Hey, Ben gives me CIA vibes. I could see that. Furries for Ben One White or Burries or both. I would sacrifice a Braden Burry's commitment for Ben One White to go to.
You should not have said that out loud.
You're crazy, man.
You should not have said that out loud.
I just said I would sacrifice that to get Ben One White to SRS. I stand by it.
We put the program first, Mike.
No, you mess with the ball, you get the glove.
We're a play the program, not a
okay. Now program. Let's get the super snaps in here because I want to watch the rest of this Jared documentary. Why can't Dilly hunt shots like Milan? How does Tommy, an offensive coach, not draw plays for ADO? Agreed, DeAndre Veras. That's why you make more money than we do. Blocked by Carrillo, that loser. Fighting with Chief, almost as good as Zona. To be clear about something, as crazy as Chief is, Rich Carrillo is way worse than Chief. He is.
Yeah.
Like Rich Carrillo is creepy. Okay, keep going. What else do we got? Andre Veras, $4.99. I haven't seen the freshman to sophomore jump by KJ this year. He's been the most disciplining player, even over Trey. I don't know. We'll see.
I made the case. We made the case.
Yeah. On a positive note, huge props to Arizona baseball, Arizona women's softball, Arizona tennis, Arizona gymnastics, and Arizona swimming for all winning today and in the last 24 hours. Boom, boom, boom. All right, what else do we got? Yes. Kobe L. Thiel. This game gave me depression. Interesting. I agree. Wop, wop, wop. Putts, putts, putts. Jeremiah Dibble. Let's see here. Andre Veras. Bigger putts, Hansen or Goodman?
Yes.
Six.
Yeah.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yeah. Yes. Hunting, Arizona. Enjoy the process. You all rock, but let me ask you. I think Tommy has to go back to bringing Henry off the bench, Townsend and Awaka back the A. Love you, my man, but no. I cannot have Trey Townsend in the lineup. No. Sheer Andre Veras. Sheer Hedge. Who are the 2 marquee games Arizona's trying to schedule for next season? Sheer says, thanks for playing, Andre Veras. We will not tell you. All right. On that note, though, you guys are great. Tomorrow I am off. Benwin White, we are going to keep working on you. We are going to beat you into submission into going into Seattle. This will happen. Okay. Benwin White. Oh, Sheer, where can they find you doing your work?
WildcatAuthority.com and the Wildcat Scoop podcast with the woman Shelby Shear.
All right. Benwin White, where can they find you besides up in Seattle later this month with me?
We'll see. They can find me at Ben1White on Twitter.
Oh, by the way, he just said we'll see. So you're telling me there's a chance. What was all that 1 in a million talk? Yes.
We're back, baby. Thank you, Ben.
We're back. Ben's back, dude. We knew it. All right. I like this. Patrick Stark says,
always works.
Benwin White is pulling a Jacob Franklin. Too cool for you guys. Is that what it is?
It could be.
Unreal.
I'm not going to comment. I'll let the.
You want to hear the most annoying, world's most annoying sound? Ah! Mock. Yeah. Ing. Yeah. Mockingbird go. All right, this getting bad. Okay, everybody though, you're great, and everybody that came to the watch party will be back there Saturday at 2:00. Next Saturday, Sheer supposedly is coming. We'll see. On that note, though, for Benwin White, Jason Sheer, Cody James Martin, I am merely Mike Luke. TTFN. You've been listening to the AZ12 podcast.